So we're going to keep going on with the Pythagorean theorem. Yesterday we looked at problems where we were just finding C. Today we're going to look at problems where we're finding A or B. So it gives us a problem. It tells us that we're looking for X. The first thing I want to do when I see a picture of a right triangle is to draw an arrow, because my arrow always points to that hypotenuse. It always points at my C. That is the very first thing, because once I have C, I can label either side as A or B. So we're going to go through and we're going to solve this, and we're going to see what I can do now that they give me C. Yesterday, we talked about showing your work, and I'm going to go ahead and write those steps up here as we show our work. That way we have something we can reference back to when we work on our own. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write the formula, just the plain Pythagorean theorem formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Then we're going to plug in our numbers. Instead of saying a, I'm going to use x because x is what's on that side, x squared. Plus, instead of saying b squared, I'm going to say 8 squared because 8 is what was on that side. Instead of saying c squared, I'm going to say 13 squared. On number 3, we're going to simplify. We're going to do the math that we can. So I can't do anything with the x squared, but I know that 8 squared is 64, and I know that 13 squared is 169. So yesterday, our fourth step was to add. But because our numbers are on opposite sides of the equal sign, we're going to subtract. And in this case, we're going to do 169 minus the 64. And we're going to get x squared is equal to 105. Then our very last step, forever and always, is to take the square root of 105. The square root of 105 is equal to 10.2. And that is our answer. I want to make a note, because I know C and I know C is 13. We can kind of check ourselves. Our legs must always be shorter than the hypotenuse. So when I'm looking at this, 10.2 has to be shorter than 13, and it is. If for some reason I got an answer that was bigger than 13, because 13 is my hypotenuse, the longest side, I would know that something with my answer is wrong. So let's get logged on to our computers. Let's pull up those test cards, and by the end of today, you should be able to finish all of them. You have the tools to be able to finish all of them, and we're going to work and just see how far we can get. Let's get busy.